Hey guys, good morning. Guys, if you're able to see my screen, just type S in the chat box so that we can get started. Thanks for the confirmation, guys. So we'll continue with the automation of the end-to-end project as part of live implementation series. So let me open the Eclipse ID. Meanwhile, let the Eclipse ID launch. So once the Eclipse ID is launched, let's select this workspace where we are going to continue automating the tests. I'll expand this project. I'll open the register.java file and here let's see till where we have automated. Did we complete all the tests? The last session we were automating the 23rd test, I think so, and we have automated it successfully, I remember, okay? Yes, we have successfully automated all the 23 tests where we have, implemented the page object model and page factory design pattern so far. Control Shift O, save all. Now, what is the next step then? We have successfully removed the hard coding of the data by implementing this properties file. And also we have successfully removed the hard coding of the locators by implementing this page object model and page factory design pattern. Okay, we have done this. So what can we do next? What are the things that we have to do next? We are going to implement some other framework concepts here and take the project to the next level so that it will be easy for us while automating the further automation scripts. Okay. So what we can do now here is we can simply go to this and see let's go to this page object model, page factory design classes. Let's go to the individual classes here. Let's go to first class will be landing page, right? I created as home page. Okay, home page, there are home page is there, but I didn't create any methods or something here. That's okay. Then what else was there? What else is there? We have some other thing like, we have something like header options, let's say. In the header options, we have some methods here. And you can clearly see in this header options, we can clearly see in this header options that if you see some methods here, you see I'm using click command, yes or no? Okay. On a particular element, if I want to click, I'm using the dot click command, Selenium WebDriver command in this particular methods of the page object model design pattern classes, yes or no? I'm using the dot click method of the Selenium WebDriver, yes or no? Yes, right? It's yes. So I don't want to write it here. Why I don't want to write it here is I want to make the things even more better. Okay. Before I click on the search button, I want to verify something like this. Okay. If search button dot is displayed, then I want to do that. Okay. If search button is not is displayed, okay, then only I want to click on the continue button and also search button and also the search button it should be in enabled state. Dot E is enabled. Okay. Like this, I want to check whether before clicking on a particular element, I want to check whether that particular button is displayed and also particular button is enabled on the page. I want to see. So for every click operation, do you have to report this code? Guys, is it a good idea to write this code in every operation like this? Is it a good idea to write the same code everywhere, wherever I am using the click operation? Do you have to report this code here, here, tell me guys. I don't want to click directly. Okay. I don't want to click on the particular element directly. Rather, what I want to do, I want to check whether the particular element is displayed on the page. And if it is displayed on the page and if it is enabled state, then only I want to click. If either of these options are not there, then I don't want to click. Okay, I don't want to click. I want to make sure that the element is displayed enabled and then I want to perform the click operation. How to perform this thing, guys? They have to repeat this in every method. Guys, able to hear me? Guys, able to hear me? Yeah, interact, guys. Okay. Uh, you can interact via the chat box. Okay. You can interact via the chat box. So I'm asking you some question here. I'm asking you some question here. Is it a good idea to write this code of if block code
No, no.
everywhere? No, right? I don't have to repeat this if block everywhere. So what is the solution then? You see, lot of click methods are there here. For every element, if I have to write this statement, it will become very lengthy, right? What I have to do? How to overcome this problem? So to overcome this problem, I have one idea. Okay. To overcome this problem, I have one idea, guys. That is, in the utils package, there is common utilities, right? Already. In the utils package, we have the common utilities. Okay. I want to create one more class here with the name element. I want to create one more class here with the name element utils or utilities. Element utilities. Got it? Click on finish. So what I did with the common utilities? With the common utilities, I created some methods here and all these methods were static methods. Okay. What about here? What I will do with the element utilities here? Here also I'll create some methods. Okay. I'll be calling these methods whenever needed. Okay. I'll be calling these methods whenever needed. And to get the things done, I'll create a constructor first. Okay. Here I'll write WebDriver. Driver is equal to new. Sorry, WebDriver driver I'll write. And here I'll create a constructor to pass the driver. Okay, to pass the driver using which we are performing the click operations and all to this element utilities. What I'm going to do, I'm going to create a constructor so that driver will be automatically initialized. Import this and here create the class name element utilities, and here I'll write driver I'll write down, and here I'll say this dot driver is equal to driver I'll say. Okay, this dot driver is equal to driver I'll say driver. Okay, WebDriver driver, this dot driver is equal to driver I need to say. This will initialize the driver. Okay. Now here I'll create a method. Here I'm going to create a method saying public void click on element. Okay. Click on element. Which element? Click on element. What I want to do here, the driver already got initialized here. I'll just simply, okay, I'll simply click on the element. Which element I need to click on? That element I have to create here. Web element. Okay. Web element, hover the mouse on this and create, import this, and here write down element dot. So directly I'll say element dot click. No, I'll not directly say element dot click. What I will do here, I'll write down, I want to check whether the element is displayed on the page or not. So here I'll write down if that element dot is displayed, and also if that element is enabled, then the element is displayed and the element is enabled. What I want to do? I want to click on the element dot click, I'll say. Okay. Then only I want to click on the element. If the element is displayed and the element is enabled, then only I want to click on the element. So I am making the click operation a smart way, right? Is the click operation becoming kind of smart? Instead of directly clicking on the element, what I'm checking? As part of the framework, what I'm checking? I'm checking whether the element is displayed and element is enabled. Then only I'll perform the click operation. So which one is better, guys? Normal click is better or checking whether the element is displayed and element is in enabled state and then clicking is better? First way or second way? Which one is better, guys? Clicking the first way is better or second way is better? This one is more sophisticated, right? We are taking care of lot of stuff here. That's what is ideology. We don't want to perform the direct operations like click command and all, okay? Whenever you want to perform the click operation, you want to make sure that element is displayed and then element is in enabled state. Then only I want to perform the click operation. This is a smart way of clicking on the element, right? So we want to know what is the reason if element is unable to click. If the element is not clickable, then what is the reason we want to know? For that, we are writing this code. Okay, fine. Let's go ahead. Some problems will come. Okay, we'll rectify the problems while automating the script. Okay, so now what I will do here is I'll go to the page class that is header options. In the header options, in the constructor, right? Whenever an object is created for this constructor will be called. Whenever an object is created for this class, the constructor will be called, and the driver object will be initialized and all those stuff. Guys, able to hear me? I got disconnected. Guys, able to hear me? The reason. Let me connect to another network here. Just give me a second. Say no internet. Okay. Now is it okay? Is it okay now? Okay, great. Fine. So I think I need to do one thing. Just do that. So what I have to do here is, I'll create an object for the element utilities that is here, element. Okay. I want to automatically call the constructor. Okay. Element utilities. Okay. Element utilities, uh, element utils, over the mouse, import this, and here write down element utilities is equal to new element utilities. Then I need to pass the driver, okay, so that the driver will get initialized. I'll just write element utilities only. So I to get configure here. Okay. So, so you see, when I create an object for the page class, automatically this object for the element utilities will be created, and because of which element utilities class will be created. And once element utilities class constructor is called, okay, and here driver will be passed and the driver will be initialized. Okay. If in case we need the driver, we can get, okay. If in case we need the driver, we can take the help of that. Okay. So let's see where exactly the driver will come to use for us. For now, this is the reason. Okay. This is the reason why we are doing that stuff. Okay. Next. Next, what is the thing that I want to do here? We pass it to the driver, we initialize the driver, and okay. Now we'll go to the page class, and here write down element utilities. Wherever the methods are there, instead of writing like this, I'll simply write element utilities dot click on element dot click on element. Which element? Search button element. Okay. Here I don't have to write all this code. So when I call this click on element from the element utilities class, automatically it will verify that particular element is displayed on the page or not, whether that particular element is enabled on the page or not. Then only it will perform the click operation, which is a smart way of to click on the particular element every time. Okay. That's what is the benefit of the element utilities. So, but the thing here is everywhere in every page class I have to do this. Okay. In every page class I need to do this, right? So I'll start from the first one, and here everywhere any click operations here also there. So from every root page onwards, we'll do that. Okay. Here I'll write element utilities, element utilities, put a semicolon here over the mouse, create this. And here I need to write down element utilities is equal to new element utilities, and then pass the driver here. Okay. Put a semicolon. So do you have to declare, you have to create an object for this element utilities in every page class? It's better that I create only one place and access it everywhere in every page class. Which one is better?
One page, on root page only better.
On the root page, it is better, right? If I create an object for the element utilities at the root page, that is better. I don't have to go for each and every page and create the object of the element utilities everywhere. Okay. So to make that happen, I need to make this public first of all. Okay. I need to make this public because it's part of a different package. So I have to make it public so it can be accessed everywhere. Okay. So save this. And now onwards, what I will do here, first I will start with the root page. Okay. Then since I make it, this root page is a parent page of every page class here. The things will be very easy for us. Okay. So here I will simply write down element utilities dot click on element, and here write down account breadcrumb. That's it. This is done. Okay. Then what's the next one? Element utilities dot click on element home breadcrumb. Okay. Remove this line. Then next one is yeah, nowhere click commands are there. That's okay. Nowhere the click commands are there. Yes. Any question here, Pranav?
Arun, in header option, what you have created? In header
Which
option
one?
class, in header option page class, you have created something, right?
Header options.
Yes,
I
yes.
created this
Okay.
I created this object reference of the element utilities that I don't have to do that anymore. Okay.
Okay.
Why means why I don't have to create this object anymore? It's part of the
Because
root
we
page.
have, that is why, right, right. Because we
Yeah.
have now declared in the root page, right?
Earlier, we have not done in the root page. So I have
Yes, yes.
declared that. Now I
Okay.
got an idea, right? Why I have to create this element utilities object in every
Hold on.
page class. So I got an idea like what if I create the same thing in the root page and make it public, right? It will be accessed in every page class, right?
Yes,
Child
yes.
page classes. Okay, that's what is the idea I got. And I'm now removing it. Okay, I have removed it
Okay.
now. Okay, I don't have to do it in every child page class constructors. Okay. So I
Yes,
have to
yes.
do it in the root page, so it will be available in every child page class. That's a thing. But here, you see, I'm able to access, right? Even though I
Yes.
don't create here, I can access because super out driver is being there, page is being called, the object will be created, element utilities will be called. Okay. Here also driver will be passed. Everything is there. Okay. Everything is intact now. Okay. So I don't
Yes.
have to do that in every page class. I don't have to do that. That headache we have reduced here. Okay. To go to every page class and create an object for the utilities is a very tedious process. So I just got an idea. Since we already have the root page, why can't I take it to the root page level and then declare it there? So that automatically the root page constructor will be called when you create an object for the child page class, right? That's the thing. So hope you got it right, Pranav?
Yes,
All clear?
Arun. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
fine, fine. Okay. So only the task here is we have to go to each and every page object model page classes, including the root page, and see what are the different type of operations we have. Click on element we already implemented. Here, what is the operation we are doing here? In other method, is it the click operation? Is it the click operation? No,
No.
it's not the click operation, but it is a get text operation. Okay, we are trying to retrieve the text. So, for example, if I am trying to retrieve any text, what is the main thing that I will check? I want to see whether this particular text is available on the page or not. Yes or no? Before actually retrieving this particular text, I need to verify this particular element that may contain the text is available on the displayed on the page or not. Yes or no? I have to do that, right? So the code will be customized here. Okay, it will not be same as click on element related code. Okay, it will be different thing. So what I'll do here is I'll go to this element utilities and create one more method here. What is the method I'm going to create? Public void get text from element. Okay, get text from element or get element text, which is more better, right? Readability wise. Get element text is better, right? Get element text, and here I'll pass the element, the element. So what I'll do here, I'll not write enabled or disabled here. Text cannot be enabled or disabled, right? A text box field can be enabled or disabled. A button can be enabled or disabled, but text can be enabled or disabled. Guys, can a text can be enabled or disabled? Only enabled. Generally, it will be enabled. If it is there on the page, it will be enabled. I don't have to check whether the text is enabled or disabled. Rather, I have to check whether the element from which I want to retrieve the text is displayed on the page is not, is fine. Okay. So here I don't have to write these two conditions here. I'll write only element dot is displayed is enough. Yes or no? Then here I'll write? Here what I'll write? Here I'll write string element text. Okay. String element text is equal to null. I'll write here. And here I'll write here? String element text is equal to null. Here I'll say element text is equal to this element dot which command? Get text command. Then here I'll simply say return this element text. Return. Either you say I should not return null here, rather I should return nothing. Okay. Either I have to return some text or I should return something null. Okay. Instead of null, I'll return empty text or some text. Okay. Fine. So element text is equal to empty text, or if the proper get text if we use and then we'll return here. Okay. The return type should be which type here? If I'm returning the element text, the return type should be of which type?
String.
Yes, string. I'll write a string here. Okay. Save this. Once I save this, this method is also done. Then let's go to the root page here where I'm using that method. And here I'll simply write down, instead of writing like this, I'll simply write down return element utilities dot return element utilities dot get element text, and I have to pass the element. Which part is element? Page heading, this is the element here in this case. Okay. That's it. You see? Is it the smart way of retrieving the text from an element? Yes or no? Is it the smart way of retrieving the element from the
Yes.
right text from the element, right? Yes. Similarly, what is there here? You don't have to do anything here. Okay. We are just returning the header options driver. What else here? Here also you are returning an object here. Don't do anything for object reference. So wherever you are performing the operations, different type of operations like click or get text and all, we have to take care. Otherwise, you don't have to take care. Okay. Fine. What's next? What is the next thing that I want to do here? What is the next thing that I want to do here is, let's go to the another page class, guys. Root page is done. Root page is done. I'll go to another page class. After root page, I'll go to the about us page. So in about us page, any method is there here? In about us page, any method is there? No, it's not there. So we'll ignore it. We'll go to the account success page. In account success page, any methods are there? Yes, some methods are there. Here, click method is there. Simply do one thing. Since this particular page class, that is account success page class, is a child class of the root page, do you have to create this element utilities object again here? Do you have to create the element utilities object again here? No. What I have to do here? Simple. Directly access the element utilities. Element utilities object reference dot click on element, and here pass the web element. Here simply pass the web element and remove this. Done. Once that is done, what is the next thing that I will do here? Once this is particular thing is done here, what is the next thing that I want to do here is get content. Okay, here get text is there. So in place of that, simply write down element utilities dot get element text, and have to pass the element, that is account success page content is the element. Just pass that here and say simply return here. That's it. This part is done. Then is displayed. I'm just checking whether a particular element is displayed on the page or not. Okay. So for this, I didn't create any particular method so far. Okay. I didn't create any particular method so far. What I have to do in the element utilities, I need to create a method which will verify whether a particular element is displayed on the page or not. Okay. For that, I'll go to the element utilities class and here create one more method here to make the thing sophisticated. Public void is element displayed. Okay. Is element displayed. And what I will do here is, here I'll write down web element, and here I want to make it a smarter way of checking whether element is displayed on the page or not. What I have to do here to do that, whether to check whether the element is displayed on the page or not. Okay, I'll write here, I'll write boolean b is equal to false. I'll write for a while, I'll write false. Okay, first I'll write false, then I'll write a try block. I'll create a try block here. In the try block, what I will do in the try block is, in the try block, boolean b is equal to false. In the try block, I'll write b is equal to element dot is displayed. If the element is displayed, b will be true. Otherwise, I have to go to the catch block and here write down b is equal to false again and simply say return false. Here I'll say no such element exception. If the element is not, okay, okay, if the element dot is displayed is not returning true means what will happen here? This will return no such element exception. So I'm capturing the no such element exception here, importing this from Selenium library. And here I'm returning false. I'll just say Boolean value. So here I'll say return B. Sorry, return B I have to say. Got it, guys? So what is the logic I have written is clear for everyone. Why I'm writing this logic is clear for everyone. You see, when the element is displayed, this is displayed command will return what? The element is displayed command will return what? Tell me, guys. If the
True.
element is really displayed, it will return true. So B will be true. By default, B was false. The B value will change to true. If the element is not displayed, then is displayed command will return what?
False.
Do you think it will return false in this statement? This
It
statement.
will return the exception, then
Yes,
it
yes,
will
it will
get
be an
false.
exception. A lot of people think that if it, if it is properly working, it will return true. Otherwise, it will return false. They may think. But this element, if it is not found on the page, this will return no such element
No
exception,
such a
and B will not have false, and the program will stop abruptly. So to overcome this problem, what I am doing here? I'm implementing some try catch block. If in case element is displayed, B will be true. Otherwise, by default, it will be false. But if the element is not visible on the page, it will give no such element exception instead of returning false here. So here, I'll go to the catch block and manually change it to false using the catch block and return that false here. Simple. Got it, guys?
But I have a doubt.
Yeah.
Like previously, we have only one line, so the number of lines are getting increased. So what
Yeah.
is it?
The reason why we are increasing the number of lines is smart way. You see, sometimes you have to compromise with the lines when you are making the code more effective or efficient, right? You're trying to make the code working in a better way. You see, here you are trying to click on an element. Directly you are clicking on the element. No, I'm checking whether the element is displayed and then enabled. Which one is better? Use wise. Even though lines are increasing, don't worry about that. But what is the effective way of clicking on element? This is the effective way, or only element dot click is the effective way?
This is effective. Yeah? But this is displayed one. The
Is it?
previous line will anyhow that will fail. I mean, fail cases are there, or for this one there will be
No,
not
the problem here is we should not get no such element exception in the test
answer
results.
on board. Okay.
Okay, in the test results, we should not get no such element exception. Got it?
So if
We
we
should
use
get
the previous
such an
one,
error.
we will get the no such element if it is not
Yeah,
found.
if this try catch block is not implemented in the test results, you'll get no such element exception, which we are not expecting. Okay, we should get assertion error rather. Got
Okay.
it? So to overcome this problem, what I am doing at the low level of the code, I mean at different layers of the code I created, right, as part of the framework. In one of the element utilities class, which is hidden by the page classes which are hidden by the test methods which are there in the register.java. Some lower levels we are writing the code, right? At the higher
Yeah.
levels, we are not complexity. We are taking the complexity of the framework from the higher levels to the lower layers of the code. Got it? In the
Okay.
framework. That's what we are trying to do. Okay. But what all we are doing is, yeah, the code will increase, the number of lines will increase. But if it is effective, then that is a good way, right?
True.
Unless if you are increasing the lines of code, then we have to think. If it is useful for us, then we have to go with that effective way only. Got it?
Good. Thank you.
Yeah, that's the reason. I hope you now understood, right? Why I'm writing try catch block and all this stuff, and
Yes.
making that smarter. This is smarter way, right? Rather than checking directly is displayed. Okay, if it is not displayed, what I have to do is a smarter way. Okay, for every operation, we have a smarter way now. Okay, for every operation, we are implementing some smarter way of doing the things done, getting the things done. Okay, fine. Now, what I will do next here is this is implemented. So I'll go to the account success page where is displayed command was used, and here what I'll write. Here I'll simply write return element utilities dot is element displayed, and I have to pass a web element here. That's it. Okay. It is a smart way of checking whether element is displayed on the page or not. If not, you'll get a proper value like B or some false will come here. The same Boolean value will be returned here. Okay. Got it clear now? Everyone clear so far? How we are implementing so far? Element utilities is a major move, right? Today, I'm covering this major move of implementing the element utilities to take the framework to the next level. Again, the same command is there. This time it is very easy. How to do that? Return element utilities dot is element displayed, and then pass a web element, that is logout option. Remove this line, save this. That's it. Done. Give me a second, guys. Is my charger working or not? I'm checking. How much percentage? Also, it's not showing. Give me a second. 44 remaining. It's not charging, but I forgot my charger in the office actually. Is it really working or not? I'm not able to understand. 44% remaining, it's saying, but yeah, let's go with this temporarily. Yeah, fine. Okay, no problem. We implemented element utilities dot is element displayed. Okay, then next page class. After account success page, what is a page class? We have to go one by one. Okay, about us page is done, account success page is done. Then go to the brand page. Nothing is there, so ignore the brand page. Then go to the contact us page. Nothing is there. Close the contact us page. Delivery information page. Nothing is there. If it is there, we'll use it. Okay. Footer options. Okay. Footer options. Here in the footer options, some methods are there. We'll implement them. Okay. So simple element utilities. Element utilities dot click on element, and here give newsletter option. Give newsletter option here. That's it. Done. The next one. Okay. The next one is this one. Click again. Element utilities dot click on element, and here I'll say wish list option. Done. This is also done. The next one here, element utilities dot click on element, order history I have tried on here. Done. That is also done. Then here, element utilities dot click on element, that is my account option. This is also done. Next one uh, is this one, that is element utilities dot click on element, that is specials option. This is also done. Then element utilities dot click on element, affiliate option. This is also done. The next one, element utilities dot click on element, that is gift certificate options. This is also done. Next, element utilities dot click on element, and here brands option. Done. Then lot of methods, you see, we just making the things smarter here by clicking in a proper way. Okay, click on element, sitemap option. The framework is being taken to the next level by implementing this element utilities. You are taking the framework to the next level. Okay, going ahead. Okay, element utilities dot click on element, and here returns option, and here element utilities dot click on element and contact us option. Done. Then here element utilities dot click on element, terms and conditions option. Done. Then element utilities dot click on privacy policy option. Done. Then element utilities dot click on element, that is delivery information option. Dot click, you are saying that's okay. And last method in this page class, element utilities dot click on element, that is about us page. About us page. About us option, sorry. Okay, that is also done. So we completed with the footer options also. Delivery information is done, footer options is done, forgotten password page, nothing is there, that's okay. Gift certificate page, nothing is there, that's okay. Header options, already completed, right? Header options, did we complete? No. So I think we completed some other thing. Okay. So here, let's go to the methods here. One of the few methods we implemented, I think so, in header options, like click on element we implemented. What about this one, guys? Click. We should not be writing like this, right? Should not be writing like this. Rather, we are going to write element utilities dot click on element, and here such sorry, here logo, right? Logo dot click. Remove this thing. Okay. Here logo. Next one is what? Here element utilities dot click on element, and here I'll write down checkout option. Checkout option. We are just clicking on the checkout option. Next one, checkout header icon, element utilities dot click on element, checkout header icon. Checkout header icon. Remove this. Next one, element utilities dot click on element, that is shopping cart header option. Done. This is also done. Next one, element utilities dot click on shopping cart header icon. Shopping cart header icon. This is also done. The next one, element utilities dot click on wish list header option. Wish list header option. This is also done. Then next one, element utilities dot click on header icon option. Done. Next, element utilities dot click on phone icon. Done. Then element utilities dot click on login option. Done. Then element utilities dot click on my account drop menu. Done. Here element utilities dot click on element, that is register option. This is also done. Save. Header options done. What is the next one? After header options, what is the next one? Home page. No methods are there. Ignore. Okay. Then login page. In login page, yeah, we have a method like clicking. Okay. Simple. Element utilities dot click on element, that is continue button. Okay. So this is done. Save this. Then go to the next one, my account information page. Some methods are there here. Okay. Here different type of operations are being done, for which we have not created any methods for these operations in the element utilities. We are going to do it now. Most of the methods are get DOM attribute methods. Okay. We have to implement them. Go to the element utilities. Go to the element utilities and create a method here, that is public void, public for now void, get element DOM attribute. Like this, you create a method. Okay. Get element DOM attribute. So here write down web element. Then here to get the element DOM attribute, is it compulsory for the element to be displayed on the page? Is it compulsory for the element to be displayed on the page? Just think and tell me, guys. Is it compulsory for the element to be displayed on the page? What if there is a hidden element? What if there is a hidden element? Can we retrieve the attribute of the hidden element? It should be in DOM. It should be in DOM, but it's not compulsory that it should be displayed on the page, right? For example, here, there is hidden thing here. Hidden button is there here. If I want to get the uh, this button type attribute button of the hidden button which is not displayed on the page, it should be possible, right? If the HTML code of this particular element is there in the okay, for this hidden button, the element has some HTML code in the entire HTML of the page. Is it compulsory for the element to be displayed on the page to retrieve the attribute value of the element? Is it compulsory for the element to be displayed on the page to retrieve the attribute value of the element? No. So I don't have to verify is displayed there, right? So how to get these things done? So in element utilities, I don't have to write the if condition or something like that. Directly I have to say what? element dot get DOM attribute, and here string attribute name. I'll just give that attribute name here and simply say return. I'll simply say return, and the return type will be string. This much is enough. I don't have to write is displayed, is enabled. It's not required in this kind of method. Okay. It's not compulsory. That is, element should be displayed on the page to get the DOM attribute of the element. Okay. That's the reason I'm not writing is displayed or enabled, is enabled for smart way. So what I'm doing here is, here I'm going to write element utilities dot get element DOM attribute. Get element DOM attribute. I need to pass the element, that is first name field, and attribute name is this attribute name only. Okay, whatever the attribute name that is coming, that attribute name only we are have to return it. Okay, have to simply say return. I'll remove this line. That's it. Same thing I have to do for the other methods also here. That is return element utilities dot get element DOM attribute. Here last name field. Done. Then return element utilities dot get element DOM attribute. Okay, this email field, and here attribute name. I think everything is good here. Next one, return element utilities dot get element DOM attribute. Here email field only again. Here it's not attribute, guys. It's property. I should not say attribute here. Okay, it is a property. We are getting DOM property. For DOM property, do we have a method in element utilities? No. I'm going to create a method for in the element utilities class. Get element DOM property, I'll say. Okay. To get the DOM property, also same thing, guys. You don't have to verify that the element is displayed on the page or whether the element is enabled on the page. Is not required. Simply write element string attribute name. Okay. Return element dot get DOM property and attribute name. That's it. Come back here to the my account information page, and here write down return element utilities dot get DOM property. Get element DOM property. Your email field is there and property name is there. Okay. Your attribute name only, actually, not a property. It is a attribute name only. Okay, that's okay. And what about the last one?
Sir, can you explain this DOM property one?
DOM property. What exactly you want me to explain?
This method. Well,
This method. This
yes.
method you are saying.
Yeah.
So earlier, what happened was earlier we used to have only get attribute method. Yes or no? In Selenium WebDriver.
Yeah.
Older versions of Selenium only get attribute method was there. But
Okay.
in the latest version of Selenium, that is from 4.27.0 onwards, they gave the flexibility. They have broken down the get attribute command into two parts. One of the part is get DOM attribute command. Another command they have broken down the get attribute into is what? Get DOM property. Okay. Get DOM attribute will get the original state of the element. Okay. Whereas get DOM property will get the current status of the element. If you want to know more about that particular get DOM property and get DOM attribute, how it is different, right? Recently, I created a video on that. You just watch out that. Okay, you folks. Get DOM property or something, I'll say. Not coming. Created one method. Just give me a second. Let me show you. Then I'll go to videos. Just uploaded one video recently. I'll show you where is that video and all. Yeah. Can you see this here? This
Yeah.
method?
Can you copy this link?
Yeah, sure. I'm copying and pasting in the WhatsApp group.
Thanks.
And you can go through that once. You'll get the idea what exactly that method is. Okay. It is very simple one. Okay,
Okay.
just go. It's only 16 minutes, right? You can go through that. Okay, fine.
Okay.
You'll understand. This will get the original state of the element. You see, whenever the element, for example, let's say there is an element here. Uh, you see, by default, this text box field has what text here or something? Selenium
Web
WebDriver. If I change to Arun Motori, this from beginning Arun Motori was there or Selenium WebDriver was there from the
Selenium
beginning.
WebDriver.
That will be retrieved with the help of get DOM attribute.
Okay.
Okay. But if you want to get the latest value that is entered into the element, then you have to use get DOM
Property.
property. Got it?
Okay.
So get attribute command got broken down into two parts now. Get DOM attribute, get DOM property. Okay. Get
In
attribute
method, why was passing web element and string attribute name?
here
Yeah.
because we need to perform the operation, right? This is a Selenium WebDriver command only, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not doing the direct operations in the page object class methods. I'm not directly. You see, here I should not be using get DOM attribute command directly or dot click command directly, dot send keys command directly. I should not be using in the page classes.
Okay.
I'm taking for sophistication purpose. I'm creating this several methods in the
Element utilities. Correct.
and if required, I'm making them smart. You see, instead of normal click, I'm making it smarter way of clicking by checking whether the element is already displayed and element is enabled. Then only I'll click. Otherwise, I don't click. Got it?
Got it.
So instead of directly using the commands here, I'm making this operations, Selenium operations in a smarter way if required. Okay. This elements doesn't require any smarter way, but still, since we are following this for other things, we are making them smarter. We also, whether it is required or not, we also have to do this. Okay. We have to follow the same approach. Okay. So whether it is required or not, the smarter way or not, okay, we have to perform this. Got it? Clear now?
Got it.
Okay. That's the reason we are doing all this stuff. Okay. So here I am converting everything into the, element utilities and directly not performing here. So instead, I'm passing the web elements and then performing the operations. The last one was get DOM attribute again. So what I will do here, return element utilities dot get element. Here attribute is there means I'll use attribute only. Okay, get element DOM attribute, and here this is telephone field, right? For which I am performing the operation. That telephone field we are passing there, and this attribute name will be passing here. That's it. Done. Save this. So we are done here also. Okay, we are done here also. Then what is the next thing? My account information page is also done. We'll go to the my account page next. In the my account page, again we have some methods here. Click command is same, right? So element utilities dot click on element, and here we have to pass subscribe, unsubscribe to newsletter option. Remove this line. Next one is displayed. Already we implemented it for is displayed, right? Element return element utilities dot is element displayed, and here I'll pass edit your account information option. Done. The smart way of checking whether the element is displayed on the page or not, we are implementing there. And what about this one? Again, click command is there. Simple. Return element utilities dot click on element, and here I'll pass edit your account information option and remove this line. And sorry, okay. I should not return actually. I should click right. For clicking, you should not return. Okay. For get text or something or is element displayed, we have to return. Okay. This line is written. Fine. Save this. Done. Then what is the next one? Newsletter page. In newsletter page, are there any methods? Yes, there are few methods. Is selected. Did I implement this is selected method in the element utilities class any earlier? Did I implement this is selected method? Did I create any method for this is selected command in the element utilities class till
No.
now? No,
No.
right? I didn't do that. Okay. I didn't do that so far. I'm going to do that for the first time. Okay. I'm going to do that for the first time. So check whether a particular element is in selected state or not. That is radio button or checkbox field is in selected state or not. First, that particular element should be displayed on the page.
Yes.
Yes. I should first verify whether that particular element is displayed on the page or not. What about enabled? Is it compulsory that the checkbox field should be in enabled state? Then only I can get the selected command working. For example, here,
Yes,
can
should
I
be.
inspect this? It's disabled state, but is it compulsory? Like, there is a possibility that, there is some possibility here. What I will do here is, for example, orange checkbox field is inspect this orange checkbox field, and which is in, I'll just write one attribute here. Apart from the checked, I'll write disabled, I'll write. Now, is the orange checkbox field is in selected state and is also in disabled state?
Yes, it is selected and disabled
It
state.
is selected and disabled. Okay. If it is selected and disabled, now can I get whether this particular element is in selected state or not?
No,
Select by using selected command. It is displayed, right? But it's in disabled state. I should be able to get it, right? I should be able to get it. Okay. I should be able to get whether this particular option is in selected or deselected state. We'll find it out. Okay. We'll find it out. So here some ID is there. Okay.
one
I'll,
more. I have a doubt.
yeah.
Randomly it came. So while clicking on the element, okay, we are uh, we are waiting for some time. So in the element utilities only, we are providing that wait, or we are.
Yeah. We have not implemented the wait mechanism till now. Okay.
So we
So
have to maintain in the element utilities, or it will be in a different place.
it depends. It depends. Okay. It depends on what way you want. Yeah. It can be done in the element utilities only. Okay. It should be
Okay.
done in the element utilities methods only. Okay. The
Okay.
automatic wait and then perform. If you want your scripts to be more reliable, they should not fail often. What you can do? You can give some minimum wait time and then, get the things done. Right? Yes, that can be done. Okay. You can wait for the element and then perform the operations if you want. And that all depends on whether we want waiting to be done or waiting should not be done. Okay. So we'll think about that in the coming sessions. Okay. Don't worry about that for now. Okay. Here I'm going to write some code. I'm going to check before I create a smart method to get the selection state of this checkbox option, whether it is in selected state or not. I want to see something. Okay. Whether it is working fine or not. Chrome driver is equal to Chrome driver. Is it compulsory for a checkbox field or radio button to be in enabled state to get the state of that particular selection state of that particular checkbox field? I want to find it out. Okay. So here I'll take an example of this. This is a disabled checkbox field or not? Is this a disabled checkbox field? Mr. Option is a disabled checkbox field or not? Yes or no? Enabled or disabled? This
Disable.
disabled. Okay. On the disabled checkbox field, I want to get the selection state of this option. Is it possible or not? I'm checking. Okay. Before I implement a smart method, I want to do that. Okay. So here I'm going to write down driver dot temporary script I'm writing here. This is for experimentation only. Okay. We'll delete this. This is not part of our framework. Whenever we need to experiment something, we'll go here to the experiment package and experiment. Once our framework is ready, we'll delete this. Okay. Just for a temporary purpose, we have created window dot maximize, then driver dot give some application page URL, that is where this checkbox field is available, Mr. Option checkbox field. And then I want to simply say driver dot find element by dot ID, provide the ID locator of that checkbox field. This DT is the ID of this Mr. Option checkbox field, which is in disabled state. Now I'll say dot e selected. I'll say it should be displayed, but it should be in enabled state or is something is our question. So here I'll write boolean b is equal to, and here I'll write down system dot out dot println b, and here I'll say driver dot quit and run the script here to see whether that we are able to retrieve the selection state of an element when it is in disabled state or not. I'm just checking. Am I able to get the selection status of the element even though it is in disabled
Yes.
state?
Yes.
Yes. That means we should not verify whether a particular element is enabled or disabled for this kind of command, right?
Okay.
That's what is the idea you got. You should get. Okay. So here in the newsletter page we have that. So what I will do here is selected. I have to work. I have to create a method in the element utilities like public boolean is element in selected state. Okay, is element in selected state. I am checking, and here I'll pass a web element that I want to check whether that particular element is in selected state or not. Okay, Then here I'll write return, here I'll write if that element, okay? So there is something here, guys, okay? There's something that I want to do here. Already we implemented is element displayed method, right? Separate method. Yes or no? Did we already implement this method? Is element displayed method? Guys, tell me. Is element displayed method is already implemented or not? Yes, we have already implemented. But here, is this a smart way of checking whether the element is in disabled state? Sorry, is element is displayed on the page? Is this a smart way? If I am directly using the command here, is this a smart way of checking whether the element is displayed on the page? Element dot is displayed? No, right? So what I can do here, I
Can
can call
call
this
this
method
method.
directly, right? I can call this method directly here itself, okay? Like this, and here I can pass the element. I don't have to say element dot is displayed here, okay? Because why I'm doing like this, why I'm not saying element dot is displayed and why I'm saying is element displayed of element, why I'm doing that? Because in this command, we have implemented try catch blocks, right? But for example, when you click on an element and this is element is not displayed on the page, it will give an exception, right? No such element exception will come if I'm using element dot is displayed command directly here. Then what I'm doing here, instead of giving element dot is displayed, I'm calling this method so that if this element is not displayed, and if no such element exception is coming, it will not return you. It will not break the code. It will not stop the code from execution. Rather, it will be returned as false. Okay. And the element click operation will not be performed. Okay. Rather, it will be returned as false and element click operation will not be performed. Got it? Clear?
Clear.
Is it clear now? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So, I want to make the things more sophisticated. How can I make the things more sophisticated? Here is I'm just getting some ideas, okay? What's the best way of implementing the stuff and all those stuff, okay? So what is the thing that I want to implement here is okay. I want to provide something like for example, if is element displayed is returning false, let's say, okay, and the element is not clicked, then what is the thing? If the element is not clicked, the script will fail and we make you see we'll see that later, otherwise we'll see that later, okay, based on the situations and all, will or else we can use try catch block and give the results there, okay, if in case, or else block and we can return some message there, okay, different ways are there of dealing the stuff. But here, instead of saying element dot is displayed, we are writing is element displayed of element, which is the best way. And here also I'm creating a method here also, instead of writing element dot is displayed, what I'll write here, I'll call this method is element displayed method, and then I'll pass the element here, okay? I'll pass the element here, okay? If the element is displayed, then I want to, okay? Here I'll write boolean b is equal to false, I'll say. And here I'll say return, sorry, b is equal to, okay? Element dot is selected, okay? I'll write this here. And simply I'll say b is equal to, return b. Return b. Should be either false or it should be either true, okay? Two of the things. Okay. For example, if the element is not displayed, then what is the case? For example, if the element is not displayed on the page, then it will return false. That means the element is not in selected state, it is saying. Right? We are getting a different meaning here altogether. You see, this smart way is also becoming complicated now. When I'm saying boolean b is equal to false, and here if element is displayed, it will return true. Yeah, it's got displayed, we'll say. But if the element is not displayed on the page, let's say, then it will return what? False here. It will return false here. Then it's not giving me a perfect answer, right? It's not giving me a perfect answer here, okay? By implementing this stuff, it's not giving me a perfect answer here. So what I have to do? There are two things that are coming as a result from this particular method. One is selection state result you're getting, or display result state you're getting here is a thing. So we can do one thing is we can write else block. And if in such case, when the element is not displayed on the page, here I'll simply say, uh, can I throw an exception here? No, I think so. I cannot throw an exception here. If I throw also, if I throw an exception also, I have to implement try catch blocks and print the result where exactly that will be done. Okay, either we are giving true or false here. Okay, is selected we are checking, and if the element is not displayed, then that is a problem. Okay, how to take care of this stuff? Maybe in the later part of the framework we can do. So for now, I feel that we should not make this thing complicated. Okay, here also empty text will get if not, element dot is displayed get element text. Okay, you are writing here either empty text. If it is not displayed also, we will be returning the empty text. Okay, that's what is a problem. Okay, fine. We'll modify that later. But for now, wherever I'm using is displayed, I'll just write it like this. Later, based on some situations, we'll based on the output, we'll decide something. Okay, is element displayed of element only. We have tried here. Here also, we'll write it for now like this only. We'll write. Okay, we'll return B. That's fine. For now, we'll write like this. We are checking whether the element is displayed. If it is not displayed, then we are not going to check whether it is in selected state or not. We are not going to check. Okay. Fine. It's giving a different meaning though, but still for a while we'll do that. Okay. Then here, return element utilities dot is element in selected state. Is element in selected state we can say, or is element selected we can say, which is also easier. Is element selected. Is element selected. Okay. Here we can write dot is element selected, which is better readable. Okay. And here remove this line. The next one. So here, coming to the is element displayed, it's better to return an exception, or it's better to say false or something here. We don't know. Okay. Depends. Maybe how to solve this problem, I'm just thinking. How to solve this problem, I'm thinking. There are two ways to solve this problem. Element is not displayed on the page. We should get no such element exception actually. Okay. And yeah, I'll create one more method here. Is element displayed method. If it is not displayed, I want to throw an exception. Let's say if in case I want to throw an exception, I don't want to implement the try catch block here in that case. On page. Okay, some different name I am giving. What if I use this method? Will it solve my problem? I'm just thinking. Okay. So here I'll write down is element displayed on the page. Here also is element displayed on the page. Anywhere I have used it? No. So why I'm writing like this is, in some cases I don't want to get the exception. In some cases I want to get the exception, because in some cases, right, it may give you a different result here. Is element selected will return false if the element is not displayed on the page. But rather, we should get the exception here, like no such element exception we should get. That's what we need to get. Okay. So fine. I'm just ideating the process and made it more better now. Let's see how it will go on. Is element is selected. This method will be called. If the element is displayed on the page, then we'll check the status of the element. We'll get the correct result now. Then we'll get the correct result. Otherwise, if the element is not displayed on the page, then we'll get an exception here. Okay, this will give you an exception. No such element exception will come. It will rectify the problem there. Okay, fine. Next one, return element utilities dot is element selected. Yes, newsletter option. I'll write down here. Put a semicolon here. Remove this line. 42% remaining. Okay. Return element utilities dot is elements. Sorry, what is this? Is element displayed. I'll just give the web element here. Newsletter page web element. Put a semicolon here and remove this line here. Okay. Save this. Save this, guys. Okay. That's it. We completed these methods. Now, next thing, which page class I created, guys? My account page class is done. Newsletter page is also done. Then policy page, nothing is there. Product returns page, nothing is there. Register page, lot of methods will be there for sure. Click is there. Simply element utilities dot click on element and here login page option. Remove this line. The next one, return element utilities return element utilities dot get element DOM attribute and here give this password field and give the attribute name. That's it. Done. This line is done. Next one, return element utilities dot get element dot get element dot get element DOM attribute and here password confirm field and attribute name. Put a semicolon here. Done. Remove this line. Next is selected. So simply write down return element utilities dot is element selected. Privacy policy field I need to pass here. Put a semicolon here. For performing the smart operations on the element, we created this element utilities. Rather than directly performing the commands here, we are creating the methods in the element utilities for smart way of performing the operations. And the next one is get CSS value, guys. To retrieve the CSS value, to retrieve the CSS property value, the element should be in enabled state. No, but is the element should be compulsory displayed on the page is another question I have. For example, here some CSS properties are still there, even though the element is not. Uh, what is this option, guys? Okay, this option we'll see. That is a hidden button. Inspect this. If the element is not displayed on the page, still can we get some CSS properties? Yes. There are some CSS properties for the element, even though the button is not displayed on the page. So to get the CSS property, we don't have to verify whether the element should be or displayed on the page, element should be enabled on the page. It doesn't matter whether
No, the CSS value for the header, right? Sir? It's not for button, right?
CSS value for
Only header, right?
header means
H2. It is for H2. It is giving the CSS.
CSS means what? CSS attribute values. Okay. CSS properties, I'm saying this margin, font, color. Can see on the right side, right?
But those are for the button.
Yeah, for this button only. Select this button, then you'll get it. If you select some other thing, some other CSS properties you'll get on the right side.
No, if you go to above one confirm dialog, okay,
Which one?
on the same on the yeah. So if
This
you
one?
go, yeah, can you inspect that?
Yeah, if I inspect the get confirmation, then different
So
CS properties came, right?
confirm dialog title, you go and inspect.
Confirm dialog
I want
means,
to say, I mean to say, like for title and for button, there will be different CSS properties, right?
for title and button.
Yeah.
What is the title mean? This is the title, you mean to say?
No, no, no. Here only, if you go on that button, which is hide button is the title, and whatever. Yeah, this is the
Ah,
title.
everyone will have a different CS selector. This label will have a different CS selector. The hidden button will have a different CSS properties. Okay.
So these properties will apply to the button also.
No, 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 no. I'm inspecting this. This is label is coming, but I'm going somewhere here. This is the hidden
Oh,
button.
okay.
This is not the
Just a
HTML code
second.
of the, this is the label of the button. This is the actual HTML code, which is because the button is not displayed, right? I cannot go, so I'm indirectly going there, and this is the HTML code of the hidden button. Still, I can get some CSS
I mean
properties,
to
right?
say this one only. For
Yeah.
label, the CSS will be different and button will be different.
Yes, for label it will be different, and for the button also it will be different. But my point of view here is whether the particular element,
It is not mandatory to display the
yeah, it's not mandatory that element should be displayed on the page,
display on the
element should be enabled on the page, then only you can get the CS. It's not like that, right? We are finding that only. Okay. So
okay.
here, whether the button is displayed or not, whether the button is enabled or not, doesn't matter. Okay, we still can get the CS properties. Okay. So what I'll do here is, so I got some idea from there just by experimenting. I'll go to the element utilities and create a method here. That is public. What was the method here? Get CSS. Okay. Public. For now, I'll write void get element CSS. Get element CSS value. Okay. Get element CSS value of a particular CSS property of the element. Further, I have to pass the element here. What is the other thing I have to pass apart from the element? What is the other thing I have to pass here? String CSS. CSS property name I have to pass. Okay. CSS property. Property name I have to pass. Two things I have to pass, then only I can perform this operation. Then here what I will say, I don't have to verify whether the element is displayed on the page or whether the element is enabled on the page. I don't have to verify. Directly I have to write string. Okay. Some value is equal to empty, and then I'll write down, by default it is empty, and here I'll write down value is equal to sorry, value is equal to element dot get CSS value, and here CSS property name you pass, this is attribute name. That's it. Okay. Then for the next one, I need to do, I have to say return value, and it should be of string type. You see, we have to take the framework to the next level. I know that this smart way of performing the operations may not be perfect at this moment. We may get different problems. Okay, while running the scripts, we'll get different problems. If we are not satisfied with this element utilities methods, then we are going to come here and rectify them later. Okay. For now, we'll go with whatever we feel right, and after that, depending on the situations, we'll modify it. We'll come back to the element utilities methods and then modify the code according to our requirements. Okay. Fine. For now, this is the best way I'm feeling. But later, if I feel that this logic is not correct, I'll modify that. Okay. If I feel that there's a better way of writing this element utilities, I'll modify the scripts here. Okay. Fine. That's what is I'm thinking about. The next one here is return element utilities dot get element CSS value, and you have to pass the first name here and property name anyhow is coming there. That's fine. Next one, return element utilities dot get element css value, then last name field, and then property name. Okay, then property name, then return element utilities dot get element css value. Then I have to pass the element that is email field, and here it should be the property name. Done. The next one is this one. You have to write down return element utilities dot get element css value, and here this is telephone field and property name. Put a semicolon here and remove this line. The next one, return element utilities dot get element css value, and here write down password field, then property name. Remove this line. Next one, return element utilities dot get css element css value, here password confirm field and property name, semicolon. Remove this line. You have to keep on modifying the methods like this. So return element utilities dot get element cs value, and here we have to give the continue button already there, and property name. Put a semicolon here and remove this line. Next one is a clear method. We have not created any element utility method for this clear command of Selenium WebDriver so far. So how to clear it? If I want to clear some text from the fields, if I want to clear the text from the field, the text box field or some field from which I want to clear the text. If I want to clear this text, this field should be displayed on the page, and this field should be in enabled state. Okay. Okay. How to clear the text means this should be displayed on the page, and also to clear this field should be in enabled state. And also, what is the other thing? Can I clear this particular text for the read only text box field? If there is a read only text box field, is it possible for me to clear the text? Is it possible for me to clear the text if it is a read only text box field?
No.
No. Three varieties are there in this case. Okay. We have to think smarter here. Okay. What are the different things where the clear command may not work? We have to think. See, one of the thing is that the text box field, or text field should be in non-read only state. Why this field is in why this field is in read only state? Because of this attribute. Okay, it has a read only attribute. Okay, it has a read only attribute which is making the field as read only. Other thing is that this field should be in enable state, and if this particular field is in disabled state, let's say if I temporarily add some code here, let's say if I temporarily add this code like this, if I write disabled or something, is it possible for me to clear the text here? Is it
No.
possible to clear the text? No. Okay. There are two cases where I cannot clear the text. Okay. So what I will do is I'll just implement one by one. I'll go to the element utilities and create a method here that is public void clear element text. Clear clear text from element. Okay. Clear text from element. Clear text from element I'll say, and here I'll say web element. I'll give the web element from which I have to clear the text. Web element I'll say, and then here I'll write down. I'll write some code here like this. The element is displayed on the page, and if the element is in enabled state, then only I want to clear. Okay. I'll just write this code here and simply say element dot, instead of click command, I'll write clear command. One more thing is also there. In one of the cases, if the element is in read only state also, I cannot clear the text. I should not be able to clear the text. I'll not clear the text if the element is read only state. And not of element dot get attribute command is there, right? Get dom attribute. Okay. Get, sorry, not, okay. Here I'll write not of element get, okay, not, I cannot say. Okay, I know what I'm doing here. I'll write some circular bracket here. Inside a circular bracket, I'll write like this: get dom attribute of the element Okay, dot get attribute of the DOM element. Okay, then I'll write dot equals, sorry, it's returning the string type, right? Just saying get DOM attribute dot equals method. In the equals method, I'll write down double quotes. If it is which attribute, get DOM attribute, I have to pass two attributes here. One is element I have to pass. Other one is what is attribute name I need to pass. Okay, 1 minute. So this is nothing but disabled is equal to true if I, sorry, what is the read only? This is the read only, right? Inspect this. Here, read only is there. Read only is equal to true if I write. Equal to, let read only still. Where is the field? 1 minute. Just kidding. 1 minute. This is the one, right? Inspect this. Read only. What if I write is equal to true or something? You cannot read. What if I say it's false? Then will I be able to clear that? Okay, it's no neither. Okay. So I have to verify.
Here, read only the value we have to change it, right? In the HTML, you are making true or false right there.
1 minute, 1 minute. I'm just trying different possibilities here. Just give me a second. Read only attribute in HTML. Where is read only? Is a Boolean attribute, they are saying. Okay. Read only attribute in HTML. How to make it false. You can't set it to true or false. Read only is a Boolean. You can set it to read only or not set it at all, but you not set it as true or false. Okay. I was just thinking like, what if I set it to false or something, but it's not happening. So only if it is there means it's by default true, they are saying. If it is not there, it's by default false, they are saying. Okay. So what I can do here is get DOM attribute means its value it need to get. Okay. I need to do some experimentation here, guys. I need to do some experimentation here before writing this code. I have some questions in my mind. I need to clarify that. For that, I'll go to the experiment part, inspect this, create a class. I'll just say demo 5 with main method. And here I'll write down Chrome driver, Chrome driver, driver is equal to new Chrome driver. Chrome driver, driver is equal to new Chrome driver. Control Shift O. Then I'll write down driver dot manage dot driver dot manage dot window dot maximize. Then I'll write driver dot get command. Here I'll provide the application page URL. That is okay. So here I'll write down once I go to this, I'll inspect this read only field and refresh this page once. Okay, I inspect this read only field, and here I want to get the DOM attribute value of this read only. This attribute name actually. So here I'll write down driver dot find element by dot ID, provide the ID locator of this field, and simply say dot get DOM attribute of the attribute name is read only. What is coming, we'll see. Okay, you have to figure out a way. So string, saying string str is equal to system dot out dot println str, and simply say driver dot quit. True is getting printed. You see, true is getting printed. Okay. So what if I give another field, like some other field I'll give here, some other field I'll give here, that is This one, text area field I'll give. In this read only is not there, but still I'll give it that TA1 is the one. In that case, what is happening? This is TA1. Run the script, right click run as Java application. What is getting printed? Let's see. By default, it was true, but this text area field is not a read only field. In that case, you are getting null. In that case, you are getting null. It's a string type, though you're getting a string type though. Okay, you're getting the string type though. Though it's printing either true or it's printing null. Okay. So how to verify this stuff now? Okay, how to create a method in such a way that element dot is, and here I have to write ampersand, and here I'll write down not operator I'll write, and circular brackets I'll write get DOM attribute, and then circular brackets of the web element I'll pass the element. Okay, then dot equals method I'll write down. In the equals method, if I double click and write true, here I need to pass the attribute name. I need to pass the attribute name that is get DOM attribute. I need to pass the attribute name that is read only attribute name. Read only. Okay, what will happen? Let's see. So this should return true. Okay. So in this case, what will happen if I only write this one? Okay, get DOM attribute element read only. It will return true. True dot equals true will become what? True string text will be written is equal to true means it will return true. Then not of true will become what? False. So we'll not clear it. If it is a read only field, we are not going to clear it. Okay. If it's not a read only field, then we are going to clear it. Okay. This is what. Okay. Using some logic, we have done it. Okay. Using some logic, we have verified that whether it is a read only field. Okay. If it is a read only field, you should not clear. If it's not a read only field, you are going to go and clear. Okay. That's what is smart way of clearing. We have implemented here. And now go to the register page here. So here write down element utilities dot clear text from the element that is password field. Okay, give the password field here. That's it, done. The next field here, telephone field. Instead of normally clearing the field, we are checking different things and then verifying, clearing the text. Element utilities dot clear text from element, and here telephone field I'll write down and remove this line. Then element utilities dot clear text from element, and here first name field I'll write down and clear this particular thing. The next one, element utilities dot clear text from element, and here last name field, remove this. Then next one, return element utilities return element utilities dot is element displayed first name warning semicolon, here remove this line. The next one, return element utilities dot is element displayed last name warning, done, remove this line. The next one, displayed return element utilities dot is element displayed email warning, put a semicolon here, remove this line. Okay, then return element utilities dot is element displayed, and here telephone warning, you have to write like this and remove this line. Then here return element utilities dot is element displayed password warning, write this line, put a semicolon here and remove this line. Then return element utilities dot is element displayed privacy policy field label, the semicolon, done. Sorry, I did something mistake here. Go back. Okay. You're getting the element only, yeah? Okay, fine. Get privacy policy field label element, okay? This label element. Okay, you don't have to do anything here. If you're performing the operations only, you have to do. Here return element utilities dot get element DOM attribute, and here first name field is the element, and placeholder is the thing. Put a semicolon here, remove this line. Get last name field placeholder. Here also return element utilities dot get element DOM attribute, and here last name field, here placeholder. Put a semicolon here and remove this line. The next return element utilities dot get DOM attribute email field, and here placeholder text. Put a semicolon, remove this line. Then here next one return element utilities dot get DOM get element DOM attribute, and here telephone field, and then placeholder. Telephone field, then return element utilities dot get element DOM attribute password field, and here clear this part, and in place of that write this placeholder. Put a semicolon here and remove this line. The next one return element utilities dot, what was the next one, get DOM attribute get element dot get element DOM attribute, and here password confirm field, and here write down placeholder, copy this, and here clear this and paste it there. Put a semicolon, remove this line. Done. Then here clear is there, element element utilities utilities dot clear text from element, which element, email field element, write down the email field. This is done. Next one, DOM property, return element utilities dot get DOM property of web element, get element DOM property, email field, paste the email field, and here write down validation message. Okay, here write down the validation message. Put a semicolon here. That's it, done. And remove this line. Next one, next one is select the breadcrumb option. For that, I would write element utilities dot click on element. What is element? Register page breadcrumb element. Okay, that's it. Next one, element utilities dot, sorry, I have to say return first of all. Return element utilities dot is element displayed, and what is element? Register page breadcrumb element. Put a semicolon here. Done. Save all. The next one, return, remove this line. Then here get text. Here say return element utilities dot get text, element text, password confirmation warning. From that you have to get the element text. Done. Next one, here return element utilities dot get element dot get element dot get element text dot get element text page level warning. Put a semicolon here. That's it. Remove this. Then here write down return element utilities dot get text, element text, password warning. put a semicolon here and remove this line. Then, yeah, the next one, return element utilities dot get element text email warning, put a semicolon here, remove this line. Okay, then return element utilities dot get element text dot get element text telephone warning. Then return return element utilities dot get element text, and then last name warning, put a semicolon here, remove this. Next one, return element utilities dot get element text, that is first name warning, give that here, put a semicolon here and remove this line. The next one, we have to click on the element utilities dot click on element, and here pass the S newsletter option to click on that, select that, otherwise. The next one, no newsletter option, we need to select element utilities dot uh, click on element, dot click on element, and here no newsletter option should be there, no newsletter option, and remove this line. That's it. And next one, click on the element, that is element utilities dot click on element, and here continue button and remove this line. Then this one, element utilities dot click on element, and here pass privacy policy field. Then what is the next one? Element utilities dot. You see, the send keys I have not implemented so far. Okay. To type some text into the field, that field should be in enabled state, and also the field should be displayed on the page. Okay. And also, if anything is already entered into the field, I need to clear and enter. Okay. If anything is already entered into the field, we have to clear the text and enter. Okay. Multiple things I have to make the thing send keys command kind of smart here. To make the thing smart, what I will do here is I'll just go to the element utilities and here write on public void enter text into element. Enter text into element. Here I have to pass the element first. I have to pass the element first, and then what is the text that I want to enter also I have to pass. Okay. Text. Okay. Whatever the text that I need to enter also should be passed. And here I need to say, is element displayed on the page? I need to verify first. Is element displayed on the page? If it is displayed, I need to verify whether it is in enabled state or not. Okay. I need to verify whether it is in enabled state or not. Okay. Then and element dot is enabled, I'll write down for now. Okay. Double ampersand. It should be displayed on the page, and it should be enabled on the page. And also one more thing is, what is the one more thing? Once it is displayed on the page, once it is enabled on the page, then I can enter the text. But before entering the text, what I have to do? Element dot. So here some method is already there for clearing the right. To clear, there's already one element here. What is that element? Clear. Okay, this one. Okay. And I have to pass element here. Then I have to write element dot send keys. Here I need to write the text. Whatever the text I want to enter into the field, I want to write it here. Okay. The element is displayed on the page enabled, and also first, before entering any text, we have to clear the text from the element and then we have to enter. Okay. If already text is there, we have to clear it and then enter. Okay. This will become the smart way of entering the text so that you will not get any errors anymore. Okay. So here I'm going to write element utilities dot clear text from element, password confirm field element. Okay. Sorry. I have to write dot enter text into element and password confirm field. I have to say what is the text? Password text is the text. Done. Next one, we have to enter the text into the first name field. For that to happen, element utilities dot enter text into element. For that we have to pass the element name, that is first name field, and then first name text, and remove this line. Then have to write down element utilities dot enter text into element, that is last name field, then last name text. Then here I need to write down element utilities dot enter text into element, that is email field, email text, email field dot email text. Okay. The next one, element utilities dot enter text into element, that is telephone field, telephone text. Next, element utilities dot enter text into element, that is password field, then password text, password field, password text. Save all, close all. For now, restart page is done, guys. Restart page, we have successfully implemented the element utilities methods. Right column options, we'll go to the right column options. Are there any methods? Yeah, good number of methods are there. Element utilities dot click on element, and here newsletter option I'll say. Done. Next, element utilities dot click on element, that is transactions option, and remove this line. Next one, element utilities dot click on element, that is returns option. Remove this line. Then here write down element utilities dot click on element reward points option. Remove this line. The next one, element utilities dot click on element, that is recurring payments option. Remove this line. Next, element utilities dot click on element, and here downloads option. Remove this line. Next one, element utilities dot click on element, and this is order history option. Remove this line. Okay. The next one, element utilities dot click on element, that is wish list option. Remove this line. Next one, element utilities dot click on element, that is address book option. Remove this line. Then element utilities dot click on element, that is my account option. Next, element utilities dot click on element, that is forgotten password option. The next one, element utilities dot element utilities dot click on element, that is login option. Remove this line. Then here return element utilities dot is element displayed, that is logout option. Put a semicolon here. Remove this line. Then uh, element utilities dot click on utilities dot click on element, that is register option. Remove this line. That's it. Okay, save this. This is also done. Let's go to search page, no methods. Shopping cart page, no methods. Sitemap page, no methods. Special offers, no methods. Terms and conditions, no methods. We have successfully implemented element utilities in all the page classes, but we need to verify whether our scripts are working fine or not. Okay. After doing all these changes, whether all our scripts of the register functionality are working fine or not, we have to see. So for that to happen, what I will do here is, further to happen, what I will do here is I'll go to the testing.xml file where test register is mentioned. I'll run the scripts from here. Right click run as test ng suite to see whether all the scripts in the register functionality are still working fine after implementing the. I'll do one thing. I'll just stop it here. I'll just stop this and I'll run the scripts in different browser. Edge browser, we have run all the scripts already in the previous thing. Then Firefox browser. Okay, we'll go to the properties file and change the browser name to Firefox. Randomly, we are changing the browser and checking and running the scripts, right? Okay, so go to the test.xml file and run the scripts in Firefox browser this time. Next time, we'll run on the Chrome browser. Next time, whenever needed, we'll run on the Chrome browser. Because we need to take care of the cross browser testing also. Whether in all the browsers your scripts are running or not, we have to verify. Okay, that's the reason. Are the scripts running here? There's some problem already. The browser is not getting closed, and you see what is the problem here, guys? All the scripts got failed. Okay, what is the problem here? All the scripts got failed. Why the all the scripts got failed here? Yeah, let me do again one more run. That is right click run as test ng test. Are all the scripts failing or not? We have to see. It's opening the application in the Firefox browser, and is it working? It clicked on it something, but it didn't go forward. You see, we got some exception also here. What are the exceptions we got? We have to identify and rectify now. No such element exception is coming. Unable to locate the element register. Unable to locate the element. Verify different ways of navigating to the register account page. Verify different ways of navigating to the register account page is not working here. And all our scripts got failed. Looks like verify registering, tear down, setup methods. Okay. Setup method is getting skipped because of this exception. Okay. So in which line we are getting that? We have to investigate here. Register 127th line. When you say select register option, what is happening? You need to click on the element. Which element you need to click on? Register option you need to click on. But here, when we have to click on the element, we are passing the element also, right? We are passing the element. Okay. What is happening? Why the script is not working here? You are creating an object and passing the driver also. But the script is not working here. Hmm. Okay. We need to investigate, guys. Okay. We need to investigate what is going wrong here. Okay. I think I created some script already and just want to cross check there. As a practice, I already done some
Then no need to initialize those.
drivers, right? We'll see that. I go to element utilities. I'm initializing the driver. Why I'm initializing that? You see, I'm doing that here also. Okay. Fine, I'll go to one of the page classes and see what is there. Everywhere I'm creating this object reference, that's okay. Before initializing that, I think everything is good. Why it's not working for me? Okay, we'll investigate. Element utilities, WebDriver driver, start driver. It's not about this one. We are passing the element though. The element is nothing but driver.find element only, right? That driver it will use anyhow. So it's need to click on the element, and from here is displayed on the page. Is displayed on the page. Checking it return true or false. If it is displayed, return true. So here, if it is, for example, if it is, so we'll see where exactly it's going wrong. We'll see. That's okay. So it's failing here, right? We'll investigate the problem. Okay. So debugging also we need to learn. We'll go to this, and here I'll just put a breakpoint here. Go inside this. We'll put a breakpoint here and see what is happening. Okay. So this time we'll right click here and debug as test test, I'll say. So let's see how it goes. I'm debugging the script now to see where exactly it's going wrong, why it's unable to perform the operation. I want to switch to the debug view. Once I switch to the debug view, I can get these things. Okay. You see, it stopped here. Click on element, is element. So here we have some methods like, step over, step in. I'll say step in. So here false was there. Then step over, I'll say is displayed. What it is coming, guys, is displayed is B is coming as true. It is returning true. It's coming back here. It is true here. Then what is the next one? Is enabled. Okay. Step over. You need to click on that. My account drop menu dot click. Going there. Then okay, register option. You need to select the register option. That's a step into. And then step into. Step over. Step over. Okay, here it is a problem. Here it is giving an exception. If I go to the application here and go to this and clicking on my account, I need to select the register option. It's clicking on my account, and when it need to select the register option, we are getting some problem here. Okay, header options dot header options, new header options of driver, header options dot click on my account drop menu. It's working. Then register page header options dot select header options dot select register option. It's not working. This line is not working, but this is working though. This is working though. Why it's not working? Okay, somewhere here it is happening. Select register option. Here, element, click on element, that is register option element. Looks good for me, but still it is not working. Some mistake is there. We have to figure it out. Okay. So
But
register.java,
after clicking on that button, why we are returning the driver?
because we
Isn't
are
it?
going to different page. Okay. Because we are going to different page. Switch case. Debug again. Let's see what is happening on the page. Is it clicking on my account or not? First we see. You need to select the register option, but it's not selecting. That's where is the problem. It's not able to select the register option. Here we are getting no such unable to locate the element register. It is saying why register is not able to get selected is something we need to investigate. Otherwise, it is good only. Mm. When we are getting this exception, we'll see. Header options, 112 line. Element utilities, 16th line. Element utilities, 41st line. Here, this is aware. So before selecting, it's checking whether the element is displayed on the page or not. But looks like the element is not displayed on the page immediately or so. Okay. Is element displayed on the page of web element? If p is equal to is displayed is equal to true, then it would have been good. It's giving no such element exception here. Why is giving no such element exception for the register option? We go to the register option here and select register option. There is a register option here. It's correct only, right? Register option is correct only. Okay. Why the register option is not displayed on the page is some question I have. So what if I change this browser to Chrome browser? What is happening? Let's see. I don't think that problem will be same. I think so. Right click run as test and test to see what is happening. It's clicking on my account and it's not selecting the register option. Again, no such element exception. Link text selector is equal to register. Select is
So we
equal
should
to.
we should go by one, I think.
Yeah, we are going one by one, but it's selecting the my account drop menu without any problems. But when it comes to the select register option, it's not working. Okay. Enter options dot select register option, it's not working. So why it's not working is something we have to investigate. Okay. For this method is working, but for register option, it's not working. So here we are clicking on the register option though. But before clicking on the register option, we are making sure that is that register option displayed on the page or not. We are verifying. When it comes here, the register option looks like it's not getting displayed. Okay. Or here it is getting here in this line, it's giving the no such element exception. In this line, it's giving the no such element exception. Why it is giving? Maybe it's a header option. Hmm, okay. Okay. Driver weight. I'll try one thing. The driver weight is called new. Web driver weight. Duration driver comma. Duration dot of seconds. Then I'll give some 5 seconds here. Put a semicolon here. Element else dot. No. I'll do one thing. I'll just give thread dot sleep here. Thread dot sleep for a while. Why to make it complicated? Give some 5 seconds and see. Okay, let's see what will happen this time. Continue. My God. A lot of places we are getting error already. Okay. Got it, got it. Try cat exception E. Don't do anything. That's okay. Okay, let's run the test to see what is happening this time. The browser is getting opened. It will click on my account. After 5 seconds. Done.
I think this link test issue already occurred for one of our team.
What is that?
Link test.
Plain text?
Yes. Someone asked in the group also on that particular line they are getting error.
Earlier also.
Uh, I don't
Before
know.
implementing element utilities, you meant to say? I don't think so. That is the thing. Earlier it was working fine now. We have run the scripts also. So register option is the link text. Proper thing is given here. Register. Right? Do you see any problem here? Register. Everything is there. Link text is there. It's clicking on my account drop menu, but it's not selecting the register option. And hmm. So we'll do one thing. We'll experiment on one thing. Let's go to element utilities for now. Okay. Still it is not working. Go on already, I think so. It's coming and it's going actually. The next script, it went to the next script, I think so. Okay. We'll see what is happening. Scripts are running, multiple scripts are running, but what is there something that is failing? I'm not able to get it. Okay. I did some mistake, it looks like, but where exactly I'm not able to figure it out. Click on my account drop menu. My account, oh, double click is there, you see? Looks like this is a mistake, right? I I I forgot to remove this dot click command, okay? So double implementation was there. Maybe that was the reason, okay? Let's see this time. Did I change any other stuff other than that? Okay, I have to revert back if any changes done. Go to the element utilities and here, yeah, that was a mistake. Is element displayed on the page. Yeah, now let's run this. I forgot to remove dot click command from the page classes, okay? So that was the reason I'm thinking so. Let's run the script to see whether this time it is working fine or not. It's selecting my account option 2 times, okay? Still nothing is happening. Selected the list option. Okay, now it's working. I'll stop the script. The script is delayed a bit. A lot of delay is coming in the script. Maybe I added some commands there somewhere. Thread.sleep or something. I'll remove the thread.sleep here. So the script will run faster. We investigated the problem and I got the problem solution also. I forgot to remove the dot click command. Okay. So element utilities click was there and dot click was also there in the script. This time let's run the script to see whether it is working fine or not. You see this kind of small issues. You see how you are facing the problem. You can understand, right? Small problems also you'll get different situations. But still, are the scripts running fine or not? We don't know. They're simply opening and closing very fast. I'm just thinking something is going wrong still. But we'll investigate. If any problems come, we'll investigate and rectify the problems. Maybe we have done a lot of mistakes in different places. The troubleshooting we have done, whenever you do some changes at the framework level, the scripts will get impacted. The scripts will get definitely impacted. I'm not thinking we are getting proper results here. The browser is simply opening and closing, opening and closing. Few things are working, few things are not working, maybe. But let's see the results and decide that. At least now we are able to take into the register account page. But where exactly the things are going wrong, we have to investigate still. Yes, still the scripts are running. That's okay. Okay. All the scripts got failed. Okay. Again, there is some other problem. Cannot invoke because the return value of element utilities dot get element DOM attribute is null. Hmm. Okay, that is failing here. Here, you see the problems are coming because of element utilities. Here it's returning null. Okay. Here get DOM attribute of read only part is giving null here still. Instead of true, it's giving null, it's saying. So why we have written this one? Clear text from element. For clearing the text from the element, we are making sure whether it is read only. If it is read only, we cannot clear the text. We have said right. So get DOM attribute element dot read only is returning null for some elements. Which element it was returning null? Let's find it out. First name field it is giving null. Enter first name. It is giving null for the first name field. Okay. When you're trying to enter the first name into the first name field, enter text into the element. And here it's trying to enter the text. Before that, it want to clear the text from the element. To clear the text from the element of the first name field, it's trying to get the read-only property of the first name field. Here in the register account page, it's going to get the read-only property of the first name field, but read-only is not there. If read-only is not there, what will happen? It will return. If it is there, it will return true. Otherwise, it will return null. Here, dot equals to is okay. If it is null, then there is a problem. Okay. If in case it returns null, I cannot compare null with true. Okay. Cannot compare null with true. That is a problem we are facing in this logic. How to overcome this problem? A. Here null is an object. That object cannot be compared with true string text. But if I remove this, getting null here basically, null dot equals true. Cannot invoke it is saying. String dot equals object because the return of utils is null it is saying. Because of the null coming there. Okay. We'll go to the get DOM attribute name, press string type, that's okay. Simply returning null if the thing is not there, okay? Okay, then how can I overcome this problem? If it is true, okay. If it is null, it should not pass null. Element dot co DOM attribute of get attribute. If it is written in true, that's okay. It will return. But if it is written in null, then you have to think. So here I'll write down string text is equal to empty text. Here I'll write down dot equals if not of dot equals this null, not equal to null, then here I'll write down I'll write down. Okay. I'm just improvising the logic a bit. Let's see what will happen. Continue. Error is still there. Where is error? Okay. Okay. If block, save this, continue, and here say return text. Okay. So here what I am saying, if it is equal to null, for example, if it is equal to null, text will be blank. If it is not equal to null, then you'll get the actual text. Okay. Let's see whether this will work or not. I don't know, but I'll try it out. Right click, run as test. So we're doing some investigations here. Some problems are coming, but we are rectifying whether any problem here or not. Still, I feel some things are not working well. Go here. Okay, still it is saying null only. Okay. Yeah, why to take the headache? For a while, we'll do one thing. We'll just think about another solution there, but go to the element utilities. This logic is not working anymore. Okay, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. Okay, just simply go back. Just simply go back there. Then save this here. Continue. Return that. And where was the method? This part I'll remove for a while. Looks like it's not working. Only till here I'll put per clear command. Let's think about the other solution later. Go to the register.java and run the test now. Right click, run as test. We should have the scripts working fine. Now the things are working fine. That read-only part was not working. Read-only part was not working. Just ignore that read-only part for a while, and we'll figure out if any solution is there for that later. That's okay. This is there is a defect in the application. It's failing. That's okay. But scripts are working fine. The test run. Now fourth test is running. Then fifth test. Coming to the fifth test. Let's see. Yeah, it's also working fine. Then sixth test. Then seventh one. Seventh test. Let's see. Eighth test. Ninth one. Looks like tests are running fine this time. At least. After implementing element utilities, whether tests are working fine or not, we are checking. Some small issues came. We troubleshooted those problems and rectified the issues in our scripts. But still, there is a possibility of getting some other problem, but we'll see how it goes in the output. Okay. Next one. Okay. Another test is running now, where each and every field will be validated with a different size of data and all those stuff. Let's wait for the script to be completed. Okay. Another test is running where all the links on this register account page are being verified one by one. It's kind of very fast though. That's great. Okay, let's see what got passed, what got failed. Okay, are they working fine or not? First one, all this got passed, fine. Verify mandatory fields. One of the field doesn't have asterisk symbol, you see. Okay, asterisk symbol is not coming from the for the privacy policy field. It's failing properly. We are getting a proper assertion error here. The next one, no such element exception came here. The element is not available. Okay, the element is not available. So no such element exception came here. That's okay. But we may expect no, a different exception here, but we'll see that later. For now, the script is working fine. Verify registering account by entering only spaces. Then if you enter only spaces, some warning message is not coming for some of the thing or so. Okay, let's find out what is the issue. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, where is the defect here? Register.java. Here it is saying assert equals telephone warning is not coming. Telephone does not appear to is not coming. Instead of giving the assertion error, it's giving us a instead of giving an assertion error, it's giving us a no such element exception. Okay, it's giving us a no such element exception here. Okay, what is that? Some screenshots came. Okay, so next thing here is register does not appear to valid. This warning message is not coming. So here what is happening? If you go to telephone warning is not coming. Get element text. So is element displayed on the page. That is telephone warning element displayed on the page. Okay. This element displayed. Rather than that, if we go for this, in this case, to get telephone warning here, get element text instead of saying the text displayed or not. Okay, if we pass a blank text, that is fine, right? So what I can do here is element displayed, I'll write, so that we'll ignore the no such element exception. We'll see. There's one possibility where we can get rid of the no such this. exception. Okay, get element text. We'll use is element displayed with try catch block so that we'll get a proper assertion error. Next one, that's one thing. This is a which test verify distinct out by entering only spaces. This is valid defect is there, so assertion error is coming here in this case. Next one, here verify height, width, number of characters. Here for one of the thing, it is failing. That's okay, which is expected, I think so. Password warning status, yes. For that, it is correct only. Password warning status is not coming in the proper thing. Field is not working. So using leading and trailing spaces also, we are getting proper assertion errors only. Everywhere we are getting proper assertion errors except this one. Only spaces part, it's not working. Remaining all things are working fine so far. I'll go to the script here, only run this particular test. Now I did some changes, right? With the try catch block while retrieving the text. Is that working or not? We'll see. If this is also working, then we are good to go. We should get a proper assertion error if in case. Okay. We should get a proper assertion error in this case. Should get an assertion error. Yeah. Telephone does not appear to be valid, but phone, we are not getting this warning message. Okay. Here we are not getting no such element exception. We rectified the problem and all the scripts are now working fine. The framework level framework implementation is now correct. So this is how we need to do it, guys. Okay. This is how we need to do it. This is how we need to do it. Okay. We have now successfully implemented the element utilities methods. Okay, so we'll take this to the next level in the next session. Okay, for today, this much is enough, guys. For today, this much of live implementation, framework implementation is enough in this project. Where we have taken this to the next level here using element utilities. Maybe a lot of other other requirements may come while implementing this framework. We'll rectify them in the upcoming sessions. Okay, fine. So yeah, any questions, guys? Any questions? Any questions or doubts here?
Arun, I have shared one screenshot in the
Yes.
chat.
What is the screenshot all about?
Screenshot is all about that test case number 23 in which I have not passed the reference number. Still, my script is working fine. So will be this okay? Let's say suppose in this I
What
will
reference number you have not passed?
yes login page like click to order history option in that I written created the object of login class. But if I am not passing it, however, my script is working fine perfectly.
You see, when you are navigating to another page, definitely you have to return. Okay,
Okay,
whether it
okay,
is working or not, we are following this process for entire thing, right?
okay.
Okay,
Hey, yes,
so it's better to return the object reference and take it. Okay, because we
okay,
are simply passing the driver. Okay, just as best practice, you see, sometimes it may work. It
okay.
doesn't mean that every time it will work. Okay.
Yeah.
We don't know where it will work, where it doesn't work. Okay, why to break our head? Rather simply implement the same process. With process also it is working, right? So go with the process only. Okay, in that
Sure.
case.
Okay, I will
Okay.
update my script.
Yeah, please update your script. So I'll upload the code also. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, you can let me know. Does anyone have any questions?
Please upload the today recording as well.
Yeah, sure,
Yes.
sure. I'll upload,
Thank you.
upload. Yeah. I know the things are becoming complex, but there's no other way. Okay. Frameworks will be like this only.
Yes.
So yeah, we have to practice,
For
practice.
this year, for this 2 hour session, I will take around 3 to 4 days to implement this because
Yeah,
I am
yeah,
implementing and running a single script. And
yeah, yeah. It is. Yes, yes. It happens. It happens. That's
yes.
correct way of doing only. It's nothing wrong. Okay.
So
Because
the
yeah,
repetition work is
yeah. Repetition is there, and small problems. We don't know where the problem will come. Right. Investigation problems will be there. Okay. Today
what
you have
have
seen that I just forgot to remove that single line.
so
Right. That single line.
what have said is repetition work is more nice.
Yeah. Repetition work will be more only. Okay.
Yeah.
Because this is a real time project, right?
Yes.
Okay. If
So
you take some dummy thing,
in
right, it will complete very fast. Okay. But
in companies real time also it will be same like this only, sir.
not like this, but process will be same only. How they are building the real frameworks from scratch is the process is same.
Okay.
But at what level they are is different.
Hmm.
You see, every company will start building the framework, right? From scratch when the project starts. They may start with some template and then they'll keep on improvising once, according to the application. So for that particular, if the application is very complex, they have to take a lot of decisions on the period. Okay, like ongoing basis, they have to take a lot of decisions. This is a problem. This is how I need to modify my framework so that it will be better. That's what is the thing. So in that duration, they are building the framework from 5 years, 6 years, 10 years. Do you think the framework will be same like ours then? 10 years framework will be same as our framework?
No.
No, that's what is the difference. But the process is same. We are going in
Okay.
the same direction. Okay, we are trying to make our framework better, better, better according to our requirements. Okay,
Okay.
but till where it will go, no one knows. So
Okay.
when you compare the current state of the framework with your company framework, which was already there from 5 to 10 years, it will not, definitely it will not be same. Okay, we need to also take 5 to 10 years like that. Okay, then only it will be same. Okay, so the way to learn frameworks is improvising it step by step, improvising it step by step. Okay, like every subject is an ocean, right? Framework part is also an ocean. So never stop learning. So you learn this framework. Once this is learned, once this is going on, also do some R&D on the frameworks that are outside. People are publishing different frameworks nowadays, right, on GitHub and all. Okay, so go and explore their framework and see how they are different, and then you know then improvise your current framework. Like that, we have to keep on improvising. Okay, we cannot get the exact framework that is there in the company, because every company will have its own framework. And if you compare framework which is there in TCS company with Infosys company, do you think it will be similar? Will it be same? No.
Oh.
The answer is simply no. Every company will have its own framework. Okay, based on their own whatever they are feeling, they are building these frameworks. To some extent, it may be same, but if you clearly observe, they will be different. Okay, they will be definitely different. It's like their own strategies or ways of making the things better. Okay, why do you take an example of different companies in the same company? Different projects will be there. If you compare framework of one project with another project, it will be different. It will not be same. Okay, but our way is to, if the framework is being built from lot of period, lot of time, however, if you have the access, you go to that. Okay, like try to reverse engineering that framework and try to understand what concepts they are implementing slowly, you know try to improvise our current framework. Okay, that's what is the best way of doing. But replicating the exact framework is very difficult process. Okay, okay, so at least I have uploaded this code. I'll upload the recording also, where the code is will be there. Yeah, GitHub. So search for GitHub/Arun Motori. Get this link, go to the repositories, go to just click on select live, and the implementation project one will come. So this is the one. So this is a framework or project we have created so far. I'll upload this here. I'll just post that here. Okay. Where is that? Live implementation. Okay. Okay, done. So fine, guys. That's all for today. We'll meet again tomorrow. Okay. And then continue with the framework. Okay. We'll continue with the framework by continuing with tomorrow. Okay. Fine. Welcome, guys. Bye, everyone. See you.